What's up, YouTube? It's me. It's the Comic Book Preacher coming back at you with a little bit more content. Now, to be sure, I haven't been posting quite as regularly as I had wanted to. Unfortunately, life gets in the way. Work and different things come up. And also, this hobby costs a lot of money. So things have slowed down. I've got a mystery box on the way that I'm pretty excited about. Hopefully here within the next week or so, be able to do that video. But and also my pull list is at a comic book shop that's 2 hours away, so that's a once a month thing for me. Unfortunately, it does kind of put me behind the curve because the guys that are able to go to their LCS weekly, they're able to show the books and everything. So by the time I do mine, everybody's seen everything. That's okay, though. It kind of gives you an insight into what I'm collecting and what's going on in my life. So I don't mind doing that. But one of the things that I like to do when I can't go out and buy, expensive books or whatever, I do enjoy going out and looking for comics. I'm not a big sit on eBay and buy guy. Now, I will do that if I want to complete a run or something comes up that I just, I have to have and everything. But I like to go out in the wild and find comic books. Now, one of the things, if you are a collector, and I'm sure 90% of the people that are watching this are comic collectors, one of the things that we do, that we have been prone to do, is to cover buy. We will go in and buy a book based solely and completely on the cover art. I'm a sucker for that. There are a few books, and as you'll see in my video today upcoming, there's certain things that I'm a sucker for. I will pay for a book. Now, I won't pay an astronomical amount, especially not knowing what it is or something, but I'll pay a couple dollars for a book just for the cover, just to have that. I'm a big fan of the art. And you have very prolific artists, George Perez, and even some of the newer ones, up into people like Stevie B's favorite, Peach Momoko. We have our favorites, and we will cover buy. And that's what I've done. I went out and I didn't pay for any of the books I'm going to show you today. I didn't pay more than $1. And in a couple instances, I did double dip, but that's okay. I'm not unhappy with that. If nothing else, they will go to somebody else. So, and we'll get enjoyment out of it. But I want you to think about something. I want you to go back in time. For some of us, it's a long time ago. Maybe you're new, just getting into collecting, but think about the first book that you bought. The first book that drew your attention. Something externally about that book, without having read the story, without getting into the backstory of a character, something had to draw your eye to that. It's the cover art. And so there is something to be said about good artwork. And that's, every one of these books was a $1 book. I paid $1 for each one of these, but I bought it solely for the cover. And most of them, as you'll see, most of them are going to be Batman books. Just that happened to be the store that I went to. That's what they had a big stock of, and I found the ones I liked, paid $1 for them, and bought them. So without further ado, we'll jump into these. Now, most of them, again, are going to be DC, but I did get a couple Marvel, and this one is, for those that know me and know what I collect, I'm a big Incredible Hulk fan. I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I like the symbiotes, Venom, and all that. But check this out. This is the Immortal Hulk #1 Great Power. Check that cover out. That's the Spider Hulk, I guess. But I absolutely loved that cover. I picked that up for $1. To me, that's a wall book as far as what I like to collect goes. So you can't beat that. That's pretty awesome. And I'm trying to get that glare off. So our next one is one that I had never seen before. This is one that it was in the dollar bin, and it's Phoenix, The Untold Story, #1. That's a pretty cool one. I'm excited about that. I'm going to read through this one. For those of you that fall in my age group, would be, I guess, 25 to 40, 25 to 35, that area. You'll recall in the 90s, the X-Men cartoon. To me, that was after school. I had to get home by 3:30 because that's when it came on Channel 7 on Fox. I had to get there. I had to turn that on. I had to watch it. That was my daily routine. And my favorite storyline in that show was the Phoenix Saga. And so seeing something like that, and if you consider what Fox and Sony did with the X-Men, the Phoenix story, you'll lament it as much as I do probably, but it was cool to pick that up to see that. So I'm really excited about that one. I haven't got to read through it yet, but that's pretty sweet. I'm cool with that. Now again, we're getting into the Batmans, and these are all every one of these that I'm fixing to show you in the Batman are variant editions. So the A covers, of course, will differ, and that's why I say when I double dipped, I've got the A cover and picked up the variant on some of these. So this is Batman number 56. That's that cool cover with Nightwing and Batman there in the background. Again, I don't know if there's anything significant. I don't know about first appearances. I don't know. I just surely picked this up for the cover, as I did with all of these. Now this one, of the ones I picked up, I think besides the Immortal Hulk one, this is my favorite. This is Batman number 90, that Riddler cover. Man, I got to do something about my lighting, that glare. But I hope you can see that. That's just sweet. That is just an awesome cover. I mean, that's so cool. I love that. Then we've got Batman number 97. Again, these were all for the cover. I don't know if there's anything significant about the issues. I will research them later, probably. But if you know of anything that I'm missing on these, put it in the comments. Let me know. And this one is sweet, too. This is Detective Comics 986. Check that out. With the Batmobile, the blueprint in the background. That was pretty sweet. I saw that and, oh man, I gotta have that. That's awesome. So again, for $1, you can't beat it. And then we have Detective Comics 1001. That's a sweet cover. That's a variant cover. Gotham in the background there. Batman. I dig it. I dig that. Okay, and then moving on. Detective Comics 1002. Again, it's another blueprint. Batman on the cover there and the armor. That's sweet. I love it. Now this one is a number 1 issue, and I actually have this issue. I didn't realize I did, but this is Azrael number 1, and I just like that cover. I like the covers that have a lighter background with the bold colors in the front, kind of that negative spacing. But you'll notice, and I don't know if it'll pick it up, kind of the inlaid sketch of the town and everything back behind. It just looked really cool, so I grabbed it. Pretty excited about it. And this last one, this is for none other than Stevie B. When I saw this comic book, again, not knowing anything of the significance of it, I was like, man, I've got to have that, and I will probably wind up passing this on to him if he's interested in it. But this is Teen Titans number 32. This is the variant cover, the Year of the Villain, the offer with Lobo right there on the cover. It doesn't get any bigger and badder than Lobo. What do you think, Stevie B? I know he's a big fan of Lobo. I saw that and I was like, oh man, that's sweet. That is cool. So Stevie B, if you want that, hit me up. Man, you're welcome to it. I don't know if you have it, if you're interested. If not, I can keep it. But that, when I saw that out there, it made me think of him. So that's kind of what I've done here, recently. Like I said, I've been slammed at work. I work in the school district. We've got the end of the year coming up, so it's kind of all hands on deck. We're building new properties and moving teachers and buildings around, and we got summer inspections and everything. So it's just it's kind of hectic. So I'm not really having a whole lot of time to put towards comic books with working 50 hours a week at my job plus my church and everything else. So. But I had time to stop and buy a few things, so I wanted to share that with you. A couple other things. Hopefully there's a lot of new people watching this. This is the newest video since Stevie B announced the rules for his 1,000 subscribers giveaway, and bless him so much for making me a part of that and directing people to my channel. I hope you enjoy the content. I hope you kind of enjoy the insights here. It's nothing special. It's nothing fancy. It's just a guy who enjoys the the hobby of collecting and putting the time and effort into curating a collection. And I love the community, the collecting community on YouTube and Instagram. Seriously, I've been 3 months really has been how long I've actually been a contributor to it, and the outpouring of support and everything in that 3 months is just awesome. I thank you so much for it. I want to thank Stevie B for giving me that shout out. There's a couple other guys that have really been saying some very nice and humbling things about me, and I appreciate you so much. And also, you may have noticed when you clicked on my channel, I've got a new logo. And that logo actually comes from Silverback Graphics, and it's sweet. I love it. It's the perfect comic book preacher logo, and so I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much for doing that, for letting me use that, creating that. That's awesome. People with talent that are willing to share their talents, that's always awesome. That's a big thing. So I want to give those shout outs real quick. Also, again, thank you for subscribing. I hope you're not disappointed. I hope you don't think I'm a lame wad or whatever, but I'm a kind of a what you see is what you get kind of guy, but I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you soon. Check back here later, like and subscribe so you get notifications when I post something new. I've got a mystery box coming I'm excited about, and we'll see you next time, guys. Y'all have a great weekend.